Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Hot Mic Cold T. I'm your host, Cold T, along with my co-host, Christy B and Official Beats. How you all doing today? Anything new in your
Good.
life? Everybody good? Week?
Yep.
Everybody's good.
Cool.
Okay, cool. As every episode, I have to give a full disclosure. This show is not for the weak. And if you feel that we said something about you, we probably did. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Official Beats. He is the one that has been providing the music for our podcast. So please go follow him on Instagram at Official Beats, and you'll be hearing more of his content every episode.
Thank you for the plug, babe.
Yeah, gotta give our shout outs. What is with people holding themselves accountable, especially adults?
I think it's more of a pride thing when it comes to accountability because people tend to try to do what's comfortable for them instead of taking the hard road. They take the easy road, thinking that it's gonna work out, and it won't work out unless you put the work in. So I think for me, I think it's a lot of pride. It's hard to do the hard things. That's why they call them hard.
What about, let's say, parents trauma dumping on their kids or on their friends?
Boy,
how do we navigate that issue?
Trauma dumping. You gotta describe it because it means something different to everybody. For me, my trauma dumping may be therapy. Calling my friends, saying, this is what I've been going through, and just venting everything. That may be my trauma dump. And I may not think of it like, oh, this person is being affected, but they probably are at the end of the day.
Yeah, I get it because you think you talk to your friend about a certain situation, and yeah, it may sound like and feel like to them that you're trauma dumping, but you're just trying to gain understanding of the situation, insight, trying to gain insight of the situation because maybe that friend can be like, oh, don't even trip and give you some sort of advice to get through it. But the dump is when somebody that's never been where you are, and they try to give you some sort of advice, and it's like it's like sometimes like from certain people, if they tell me certain things, you tend to feel for them. All right. And then some people are like a hypochondriac type. So they start to feel the feelings and then they start to think, damn, what did I do? Like, how can I help? Or what they start to get like a hypochondriac type of thing. And it's hard to be that one that don't know when friends are trying to gain insight, and it's hard to try to gain understanding and try to give them insight on trying to get through the situation. So yeah, it's definitely not an easy thing.
Yeah. And I think for me, in those situations, I don't necessarily look for validation because I'm very secure in what I'm feeling at that moment. Just like you said, it has to be a connection there where I know that you've already been through this or you've already experienced somebody who has been through this. So I'm looking for the best advice that you can give me. It's just not like I'm dumping all of my problems on you. Then I'm like, all right, girl, bye. It's not like that. It's more like, I'm looking for you to say, maybe you should go about it this way.
But is that necessarily trauma dumping or is that being a good friend?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was like at the beginning, like clarify exactly what trauma dumping is, because I don't consider it that. I just consider if someone calls me, I'm like, I'm giving the best advice that I know possible. And I said, this is my friend. This is the person that I care about. So I'm not going to stray them in a different way.
So what about on your kids, though? What is your, I wouldn't say it's trauma dumping. I would say putting insecurities on your children of situations that you've gone through in life. Maybe that's the new term for trauma dumping. Maybe. I don't know why we're making up new words these days, but whatever.
I think it's the way that you say it, though, to your children when it comes to your children. Like, of course, you have to explain certain things to them because you are the person that has been to school. You've been their age, what it feels like, even though it's a little more escalated now in the school system. But when we were going to school, like the same things were happening. So we're able to give, again, our best advice to our children.
Yeah. I mean, so as far as the trauma dumping on children, to me, I don't feel like it's subjective. Certain children, every child is different, so their maturity level is different. So
absolutely,
I think it's very subjective because you can go through something and you can explain to your child, to any child, what you've gone through, and they may receive it the proper way. But if they don't receive it the proper way, that child will go through, or if they may go through that same situation and follow the same path that you went through and find themselves in the same exact situation that you were in, that you tried to warn them about, but people call it trauma dumping on your child.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they just
very subjective. It's very subjective.
Teaching your child life lessons to say that it's trauma dumping. Yeah, but I feel like, how do you guys feel about putting your kids in therapy, especially when it's been a traumatic situation? You and the parents split up, or you just feel that your child needs therapy?
100%. I'm all for it. I'm all for child therapy.
All for it.
Yeah.
Because no one knows the children. Society keeps saying children. Keep thinking children are not gonna be adults eventually. We all know that, but subconsciously we see our children, and we still think of them as our child
forever.
But we have to remind ourselves that they're gonna be just like us in a couple of years. They're gonna be in the same age bracket now, but later, so they're eventually going to get to our age, and they're eventually going to have some of the same issues, if not the same issues that we're going through now. So getting them the help early helps them understand their emotions and helps them understand themselves a lot earlier than trying to figure it out when they're our age.
Absolutely.
What about adults going to therapy?
I'm for it. I'm for it, but it's very subjective too. It's very subjective. I'm for it. Me personally, I don't feel like I need it, and that's just me being honest. But therapy helps people, and I've seen it help. Why
do you feel that you don't need therapy? You have this perfect life. Why would you feel that you don't need therapy?
I feel like, for me, things happen for a reason, and for you to really navigate your path, you have to go through it. Explaining it to somebody else, they may have the insight. They may not. They may tell you what, or they may suggest something, but it's still up to you to walk your path.
But that's not what therapy is, though. You're taking it out of context. Therapy is not you telling somebody your business and they're telling you how to live your life. Therapy is you telling somebody what you're going through, and they're helping you navigate through it.
But everybody has their own way of navigating.
Correct. But that doesn't mean that you don't need therapy, because how do you figure that the way that you're navigating life now is the correct way?
Only time will tell. And only time will tell.
So you would rather the time hit you instead of trying to be in front of it?
How do you know you're not in front of it when you're going through it? How do you know? No one knows in what way, if you're ahead of it or you're not ahead of it, or if you're doing the right thing or you're doing the wrong thing. There's no book on life, how to go through life. There's no person that can tell you exactly how to walk your path.
No,
Because
that's
if that
true.
was the
But
case,
at the same
everybody would
time,
be
you still
doing
need
it.
to, you can still talk to somebody about it.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
about
that's
somebody
cool.
telling you necessarily what to do, because at the end of the day, you're an adult. It's just like she said, it's navigating or helping with the navigation of just thinking outside the box. Because I think sometimes we get so stuck as adults in the life that we are living that it's like the things that are bothering us don't hit us until we're alone in the bed and we're trying to sleep. And then we're thinking of all of these things. I could have done this better, or I could have went here or did this. I think when it comes to therapy, it's great for everybody. If you need somebody to talk to, and I think a lot of people don't create safe spaces for people to talk. So when you're in a room with someone that you can express everything that you feeling, you might want to talk about this friend to that friend, but you can't do it because maybe they have a great relationship. So guess what? These are the things that are bothering me. Sometimes you need that outside person to just say, okay, so let me tell you my opinion, because that's all they're there for. That's
Right.
it. Therapy
Right.
is great for everybody. And I'm on board
Right.
1,000%. For somebody who has gone to therapy, I've also put my son in therapy. It helps. It works. Does it take time? Absolutely. Is it going to take
Right.
effort? Absolutely. But it works. It
Yeah.
works.
I think your response is the average response from a man. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
you
I
got
know
any
that.
help from anybody.
But
That's and that's why you
but I
guys end
feel
up in
like
situations that you end up in.
I feel like that, like I said in the beginning, I feel like it's more of a pride thing.
Yeah,
And it's deep.
for
It's
sure.
deep rooted. It's deep rooted. It starts from when you're a child. It starts from
Yeah.
when you first get that feeling of pride as a young boy. It carries on until you're a man, and it grows and grows throughout life. Everything you go through, you have some sort of pride in, infused in that situation, good or bad. So
So you're gonna let your pride
that's
hold you back.
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say my my understanding of my path is mine alone to take. So I feel
So you
like
don't need assistance.
I'm not saying I don't need assistance. I'm saying I still have to walk my path regardless if I get gain assistance or not. If I
Absolutely.
get
I mean, you're
assistance
going
or
to make
not.
your own decisions,
E-
but that therapist is there to assist you. That's it.
Exactly.
That is it.
Exactly. And that's why I'm for it
Yeah.
for some people. That's why
Yeah.
I'm for it. I understand what therapy is for. And the people that gain some sort of understanding for their problems and their issues and their situations that they are in, kudos. Great. Because there's a lot of people that are going through things that don't understand how to navigate, that don't understand and may not even want to understand
Yeah.
that too. You know,
Okay.
so yeah, it's just like I said, therapy is a good thing. Me personally, I feel like my path is my path. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect, y'all. I know that
Nobody's perfect.
for a fact.
Nobody's
I don't
perfect.
know.
I
It's
know
it's sounding like you saying you perfect
nah,
to
nah,
me.
I am wrong a lot of times.
You
Very
are.
much
That is
so.
very true.
See?
Very
See?
true.
I'm very wrong. And I'm okay with that. That's the first step. Being okay with being wrong is okay to be wrong.
Is it
You
though?
don't have to know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's okay to be wrong.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn from your mistakes, being wrong. And then you try a different way. Bottom
Mhm.
line.
Okay.
Don't
All
give up.
right. Speaking of adults holding themselves accountable and therapy, I think it's time to move on to the tea bag of the week. Okay. So the tea bag of the week goes to drum roll, please. TLC. TLC, we are calling you out.
That's
And
a
we are
network, right?
calling you out. Yes, the network
Okay.
TLC. We are calling you out for the fact that you are promoting obesity in a positive light, and you are promoting adults
Nah.
saying that they are virgins at the age of 40. No, thank you. We need to do better with that. We would have gone from my 600-pound life to my 1,000-pound best friends to 1,000-pound sisters. Now we're at 1,000-pound roommates. Are you serious? See, come on, TLC. Y'all need to give me a show. I got 1,000 pounds worth of life that I can dump on everybody.
Hey,
Like,
what
are we doing?
Period.
What are we doing?
They should make a show about that because that'll probably gain a lot more views.
Yes, why are we
1,000
promoting
pounds of life.
obesity? Like,
Yes.
why we have big people and this is not a shot to any big person, but sorry, I'm gonna speak my mind. Why are you on TV crying about your weight when you knew you were that weight before you got the show? Just saying. You knew you were that weight. So now you're on TV promoting your obesity and letting network expose your obesity, but you already knew you were obese before the show.
Right. And it's like they are glorifying it. Oh, it's okay when it's not all healthy.
It's not healthy at all, actually.
It's not.
Right. Yeah.
It's not healthy. This is no shame to bigger people. There's no shame to them. They need love just like everybody in this. Everyone needs love. So
it's not about love.
But it's not even about that. It's like y'all are pushing this. Oh, it's okay to be 1,000 pounds. Like I think last episode we had on, the woman was 576 pounds. Who wants to be that big?
Yeah.
Who in this world? I don't care. Not the United States. Take the United States out. Who in this world wants to be that big?
Exactly.
Who is okay in this world being that big?
Exactly.
No one. No one. So I don't feel like it's right for people to go on these shows just to get, because I feel like they're just getting paid to go through life on the show.
As a fat obese person.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool.
You know what bothers me the most, though? As a single person, okay? The fact that the majority of them are in full-blown relationships.
Yes, that is disturbing.
Some of them are married. And I be looking like, now you want to talk about trauma bonds.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one for your ass. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take care and be assistance to someone who is that big.
Yeah.
Because it clearly can't nothing be going on.
And they are loyal as hell. Okay.
And loyal.
And they do everything for these people. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand. It's crazy.
And I'm sitting here lonely. Phone ain't rung. Okay. Can't get somebody to be interested.
She's single, y'all. Just saying.
I'm single.
She's single.
Hey, go hit up Chrissy B.
Hit her up.
Go hit her up. Go hit her up. Take her out.
That not about to have my DMs going crazy.
Go get some coffee. Go get some coffee and talk and and build.
That's right.
Have a good time.
That's
I'm
right.
sure she's a good time. She's cool to talk to. Good energy.
And
you know, but it's just not good for society to be glorifying these unhealthy ways of people on TV and paying them for their unhealthy ways. It's not good.
Yes.
But they have to take the bait, right? They have to take it. So clearly they want to be exposed. They want fame, I guess, to whatever extent. Like at the end of the day, you're selling your soul. Because it's so many more people who did not go on Dr. Now, but got the weight loss surgery. And they're doing perfectly fine. So you wanted to put yourself out there. You wanted to expose yourself. So this is the conversations that are going to be had.
Yeah.
Behind the decisions that you make. Accountability.
Yes,
exactly.
Definitely. Accountability. You know? For real.
Yes.
For real. And it's all a part of loving yourself too.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They are so confident. They are so confident. I am not that confident, and I'm nowhere near 500 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
But they are so confident, and it's just, I'm all for loving who you are, loving the skin that you're in.
1,000%.
However, we got to draw the line. Like,
it's got to be some honor in that. Got to be some sort of honor in that, right?
Like,
absolutely.
Some of them outfits, they need to go back to the store. Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
Bring in the see.
Now, what about virgins at
40? That part of it.
And then you're talking about how you want
Yeah.
somebody to have nasty sex with you and you're a virgin
Oh man.
and you
Oh,
were
no.
married.
Okay. So the whole virgins thing, that right there is, I feel like that's very hard, a hard life to be a virgin at that age.
Literally.
Because you mean to tell me, you, out of all the billions of people in this world, black, white, yellow, green, blue, red, whatever, you did not find one attractive person to give yourself to? Not one. Not one. Any, not one
Yeah.
to take a chance?
That's crazy.
Not a chance?
That's
Like,
crazy.
that is wild to me.
I think that they have this superficial way of thinking of what a partner should be.
Right.
And we all know the first time we have sex with someone, 9 times out of 10, it's not the person we're going to stay with.
Hell no.
Okay? That's the reality of it, right?
Hell no.
But they have whole boards. No, he has to have this, he has to have that, he has to be this tall, he has to,
She gotta
like,
be
where are
this
the
way, she gotta be
expectations
that
coming
way.
from? At this point, date them all, sis.
Yes.
Figure out what you like, because at the end of the day, if you can't hold a conversation in a relationship, being as though a lot of them have not been, and they're very socially awkward,
Yeah.
Definitely.
you have to go out there and try your hand. Let things happen the way that they're going to happen. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, that might not be the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. They may not even like you. You may not even like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Date them all.
Yeah. And then here's what gets me. So you're a virgin, but yet you're on TV sticking shit in your vagina. On national TV.
That is
I don't understand. Am I missing something?
No.
They're trying to simulate something when it's about connection.
But I feel like anybody who has used toys before, right? It doesn't feel the same. It's not going to give you that same feeling. So for you to do that, it's not just go out here and fuck blowjob.
Yeah.
What's happening? Really?
That part.
Really? Because why are you 38? Why are you 36? Why are you 42? And you ain't fucked nothing. Now, I don't promote being a hoe. Okay,
but in this case, you could be a little hoish.
A little loose, a little out there.
A little more, loosen up the reins a little bit.
Just a little bit. Like, come on. Make it make sense.
Not even
because
through
at the
your
end
20s?
of the day, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
Not even through your 20s, you even tried. Like, you wasn't curious. You wasn't, come on.
And even teenagers.
Right.
I know some ugly people, and I know some fat people, and I know some people that should not be with nobody who get sex on the regular.
Yeah. This is just crazy.
You're tripping. You're tripping. Like, you're tripping. But that goes with the relationship delusion.
Absolutely.
So, and we all find ourselves in a delusional relationship until after it's over, and we're like,
what the fuck
was
I thinking?
What did I do?
Why
did I take so long? Like,
why did it take so long for me to come to reality?
Like, come on. But see, that all goes with experience and allowing yourself to take the chance and the initial relationship. So you got to be able to be understanding. You got to be conscious enough to take that chance. Be like, all right, this could go this way or this could go that way. And so be it. I'm going to have to move accordingly. These people are not even doing that. They're not even giving themselves, they're not even putting themselves in that position.
No.
And they're putting all these expectations on people that don't owe them shit. Like, they don't owe them a damn thing.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Live and at this point, just let it go. Like, you either do it or you not.
Yeah.
You got a decision to make. It don't matter who it's with.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
At this point, just do it. And if your game ain't strong enough, maybe you shouldn't be going to a sex therapist. Maybe you should be going to how to date therapist to people, how to have a conversation therapist. Okay.
Just learn the rules. That's all. Just learn the ways. Find your way.
And I feel like you telling people when you go on these dates, because they went on speed dating or something, and they were telling these people on these dates like, oh, I'm a virgin. and they're
Yes.
the people know how old you are, that's a red flag. That's
A red flag.
wait, you a virgin? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you ain't never had none, like
Right.
at
Right.
all at your
And I
age.
think at our
All
age,
right.
we're looking for
That's
somebody to
disturbing.
be a little bit experienced.
Yeah,
Just a tiny bit.
yeah,
Like, even if you haven't or you don't have a big body count, like, at least know the motion of some shit, right?
yeah,
So to throw that out there, yeah, I'm a virgin on the first, that's like me telling you my income
yeah,
on the first date.
No,
Yeah.
That's shit you don't disclose because you never know if you're going to see that person again. So now that might turn them off completely. They might have been feeling you.
yeah.
Now they turned off completely because this is what you're saying. When they can go out here and get somebody that already know what the fuck they doing and they ain't
That
got to
part.
teach them nothing.
That part.
Now I'm gonna take it another way. Now there are some men. Now I'm gonna speak from the men's perspective. There are some men that want virgins, that look for virgins, that are in
That's
their
creepy.
30s. Yeah,
That's
it
fucking creepy.
is. That it is creepy.
They not looking for no
Yes.
40-year-old virgin.
No, they're not looking for no 40-year-old.
If they looking for a
Most
virgin, they're gonna be an underage virgin. So let's not do that. That's going for
okay.
virgin.
There are some men out there that are looking for that.
They're stupid. They're delusional.
It's
There
not that
are.
many
They're
of them.
delusional.
It can't be that many
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
most 30 and over men want more experience, want and experienced. They don't want to have to
Yeah.
break down and train someone how to
Mhm.
connect with them. They want to find that connection through genuineness, and if they
I
find that
think that,
connection, you take it to the
yeah, I
next
think that
level.
would
You know?
suck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like having to
But
be like, okay,
they
no,
are
don't
out
do
there
that.
though. But they
No,
are out there.
turn this way. Yeah, they're out there.
Mhm.
Having to direct everything to you in the midst of, no, I'm just trying to get my shit off, bro. I don't want to tell you, no, turn this way, no,
Mhm.
up and down. Come on. Like,
No, do it this way.
I don't
Harder
want
this way.
we not
No teeth, no teeth. Come on now.
Like,
Come
like, we
Right.
trying to do that.
Right.
Nobody. You better go and find it. I think they should date each other.
Yeah. That part.
Completely honest, even though it's only one guy on the show.
But you know
Like,
something? That might
try
work
to
out because they're building a connection through
right,
their journey
you
as
know?
virgins. So
Mhm.
that might be
I don't
that
see
might
that
be the
working.
way they need to go. But I don't think it's gonna work. I'm right there with you.
So how do we know when we're in a relationship that we're being chosen and not tolerated?
Mm.
Let me let you take this one.
Tough.
Prissy.
For me, being chosen is a sense of security. I know this person got me. Like, no matter what time of the night I'm calling them, no matter what I'm calling them for, they're there for me. They're honest with me, and they do whatever they can to help.
Mhm.
That is what it means to me.
Yeah,
For sure.
I feel like piggybacking off that. I feel like the safety thing goes hand in hand with the loyalty to that person
Absolutely.
because you want to be able to feel like, all right, I got 30% today. You want to be able to depend on that person to be like, all right, could you take this other 60 or this other 70
right.
at least for today, or maybe
Yeah.
even for the rest of the week, because it's a very deep and hard week. And if you find that in that person, if and when you find that in that person, cherish it. That's all I gotta say. Cherish
Absolutely.
it because
Yes.
they are rare. It's very different out here these days. It's not
Yes.
like the 90s. It's not like the
No,
80s.
not at
It's
all.
very, very different. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. But when somebody gives a fuck about you, hold them dear and dear to your heart, please.
Hold it. Guard them
Hold
with your life.
So, yeah, how do you know? Is in those times, in the thick of it,
Yeah.
in the
Right.
thick of it. That's how you know. When you find it in those times where it's very deep, it's very
Mhm.
hard for you, and you're going through it. That's it. That's the only time you're gonna see it. You're not gonna see it when things are up. When
Right.
it's when the rubber hits the road, as I was told. It's
There
when
you
the
go.
rubber hits the road, that's when you'll see smoke. And when you see smoke, that's when you'll know who's gonna be there when the dust settles, when the smoke
Yeah.
gone. When they there, that's how you know that you got you got in your corner.
Yeah.
It's like I said, cherish it. Loved it.
I think that the same thing. You have an issue and you don't mind talking to that person about it because you know that there's going to be no judgment. We've all fallen into the tolerated category sometimes, and we didn't know that we were being tolerated until after the fact. But it happens.
I've been the person tolerating the other person. I ain't never find out that they was trying to tolerate me, but I've always tolerated the other person. And maybe it was a little insecurity of, I feel like sometimes being lonely as a single mother is very hard. It's stressful. So you want to find somebody that you can just go on and have fun with. But after a while, how long does that really, how can it be sustained? You know what I'm saying? It's no foundation there. So what are we really doing? So now I'm tolerating you because you said you was about to take me out Saturday. So now I really want to go this place. So now I got to tolerate your ass from Monday to Saturday.
Oh, man.
Okay? Like, I've been that person. I've definitely been that person. So I get it from both ends of it. I get it.
So this is the time where we're going to play a game.
Yay.
It's called Red Flag or Nah. Okay? So I will read the question and you want to say whether that's a red flag or nah.
So we're saying out to you. Pass or red flag.
You can write it down or it'll say it. Either or. So first question. You ready? They say my ex is crazy, but I've had 4 of them. Red flag or nah?
Whoa.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah. Red.
Why would that be a red flag?
You had 4 of them.
Because which one you talking about? Yeah, you had 4. So that means all of them. Your ex, not your exes.
Oh, I can't even see it. Red.
Your ex. It doesn't say which one it is. So all of them clearly were crazy. That's red.
But what if I just had bad luck?
I've had bad
luck that everybody's crazy. That means you attract crazy fucking people.
No, that means you have an acquired taste in crazy men. That's what that means.
Know that shit.
You have an acquired taste in crazy ones. That's what that means. Yeah,
that's exactly what that means.
Okay. They still live with their ex, but it's not like that.
Red flag.
Red. Super red.
Red. I'm throwing them all over the place. Red flags.
Yeah.
Wait a minute though, because there could be situations where it's not like that, where you do live with your ex.
If you
and it's not like that.
if you're 10 feet away from your ex, it's always a possibility that something's gonna go down. Always. It's just like people saying, "Oh, you live with your mother." Like, why is that a red flag? If living with your ex, somebody that you actually had sex with, why is that not a red flag?
Because living with your mother, that's like borderline, like you're still a child.
Hold on. Now, okay, living with your parents is not totally bad thing.
Okay? It's not. No, I'm in agreement. It's not.
It's not a totally bad thing.
It's not like a complete turn off. Absolutely not.
That is subjective. It is subjective because you don't know what may happen. That person probably had a whole business and it went under. They had to move back home. For what their situation really is.
Absolutely.
And they could probably be trying to get back on their feet. Their mom's, don't worry about it, baby. Come on in. You got this.
Yeah.
And they try to get back on their feet. And they get back on their feet. And they're trying to meet people on the way getting back on their feet. And it's a red flag because I told you, all right, I live with my mom. And
yes,
this is the reason why. What?
I'm not saying it's a red flag for me, but the people that I have spoken to, it's a red flag for them. Just not having a car is a red fucking flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on the person. Me, I'm okay with that. It's not a definite no for me if you live at home with your parents. But I'm relating that to the fact that you're living with your ex.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? That's a little...
Yeah. That's ain't no little.
Red flag.
No, that's no.
But you talk to him every day, though. Y'all talk every day.
That doesn't mean
That don't
anything.
matter. That don't
Okay.
matter.
No,
Don't
no
matter.
Where there's a
exes.
will, there's a
No
way.
exes.
Especially
Absolutely.
if you live together.
No
A
living with
1000%.
ex. Okay.
I'm okay. No.
Nah, keep that
Okay.
shit over there.
Well, how about they won't post you on socials, but they'll post everything else? I
Red
can't.
flag?
No, that's not a red flag. That depends.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Cardi B said, "Ain't no ring on my finger. You ain't going to my gram."
I get it. I get it. But
Is that what it is?
I
Damn.
think it's more for me.
See?
I was in a situation where this particular person didn't post me. Did I post him? No. But he would say, I'm gonna post you, I'll post you. Never posted me. But it was other women that he was choosing to post. Right? So for me, it's a little bit different. That's why I say it's a red flag for me in my situation. Because if we're in a full-blown relationship, I feel
Why not?
like why not? At least post a dinner. Like, we don't have to see faces because half the time I'm a private person and I don't want you to know who I'm dating anyway. So I might post 2 plates. I might post your hand. You know what I'm saying? But it was none of that.
Give the man
It
the
was
hand.
none of that. And
Well,
we went on
he got
several
to
dates.
show his bezel. He got to show his watch and his hand, his tattoo.
It's okay. To me, that's sexy. At least it's a little mysterious. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. You could have posted a hand. You could have posted whatever else. But when you're posting other women, it gives the impression that you're single.
Yeah.
It gives the impression that you're not tied to anybody. So then you start getting the DMs and you start getting people messaging under the pictures and stuff. That was my issue. So that's why I'm saying red flag.
So, from a man's perspective, of course, I'm a little both ways with it because, and as I get older, it really don't matter to me if you post me or if you don't post me. If I want, it's my profile, right? If I want to post you, I'm gonna post you. If I let you know I'm gonna post you, best believe I've already posted you. But for me, I don't care if you post me because I know what it is between us. It really don't fucking matter. So if you post me, cool. You ain't got you ain't gotta let me know. You can have your whole profile like a shrine for me. And you don't have to let me know nothing. But it doesn't matter to me because it's social media.
Yeah.
That's all it is to me. So sure, I'll post I've not lately, but I've posted a lot over the years. But now in this, I've become more private with my life. So it really doesn't matter to me if you post me or not. It's not a red flag to me if you don't post me or not, because I know what we got. Was unsaid does not need to be spoken. So that's how I carry it.
Agree.
Okay. All right.
I definitely see both sides for sure. I see both sides.
Yeah.
So it really don't matter.
Okay. So they ghost you for 3 days, then come back like nothing happened. Like text you, what's up? Like, where you been?
That's exactly what I'm gonna ask them. Where you been?
I'm not gonna say nothing. I have a policy. 3 to 5 business days, baby.
Okay, so
after that third day, depending on how interested I am,
Right.
no, it's a block. It's a straight block for you. Because I feel like at the beginning of getting to know people, you have to have conversations. You have to be very active. And if you know that your schedule does not permit that, then why are you trying to get to know somebody? I'm too old to be like, come on, we're not doing that. No, absolutely not. Red flag.
The ghosting for 3 days and then hitting you up later on saying, hey, what's going on? Men are dumb. Men are gonna take the bait.
Probably going to
put it out there.
They're definitely going to take
I'm gonna just put it out there because I was in that position, and I'm gonna tell you my mindset on it. Everybody's grown; they got lives. So I mean, okay, 3 days, okay. What? I understand the standard that the individual is trying to set. If you were interested in me, why is it taking you 3 days to hit me back? Understand that, and I 100% agree with that standard. But people have lives. You don't know what walk of life that person that is interested in you is coming from. Maybe they're stewardess. Maybe they go on plane. Maybe they have to go to Europe and they come back. They may not explain that to you because they don't owe you shit. But that could be the case. Now, that's a hypothetical. Okay.
That's very
Normal people.
hypothetical.
Now, I just gave you that story. Now, normal people, they're gonna be like, nah, it's dead. It's dead. It's
Yeah,
dead.
it's dead. You're not about to ghost me for 3 days and come back
Not
and
gonna
text me
ghost me for
like
3 days. And you're not gonna and
ain't
me
shit
personally,
happen.
you're not gonna ghost me for 3 days and then
No.
be like, hey, I'm gonna be like, who is this? Oh, especially if I don't save your number. Oh, please,
That part.
fuck out of here. I might not even answer. Like, who the fuck is this? I don't even know your
That
number.
part. Yes, absolutely.
So
But I feel
that's
like in
just what
any
it is.
situation, if you really truly want something, even if we're using your story, like you're a
That's what I
student,
was
you're
gonna
a
say.
stewardess, you're flying from here to there. A text, that's sometimes all it takes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because just like you said, our lives as adults do get very busy. Things happen. I get that. I understand that. But coming from somebody who's been on like dating sites and like different things like that, if you can chop me up all motherfucking day on this site and then I do decide to finally give you my number and then you just it's silent as fuck. You want a good morning me.
Yeah.
You want a grand rising me, queen. You want to what you doing?
Not the grand
Oh,
rising.
how was
Not
your
the
day?
grand.
What? When we having full blown conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's the effort. Put in the effort. If I'm really somebody that you're attracted to, and you could see us having a good time together, then put that in. Let me know that. Because at the end of the day, just like you can move on, so can I. And we moving on 3 to 5 business days.
You have to
Not
have
playing
that
no games.
space. Both parties have to have the space for each other to build, to get to know each other. So if you don't got that space on a regular basis, 9 times out of 10, and that person is gonna fall to the wayside and they ain't gonna want to do it. That's just how that's just
It's
how it
for
goes.
communication. Like all you have to do is
it's
send a
all.
text.
Yep.
That's it. If you cannot call me, send a text. Hey, babe, I got really busy today. I apologize. I'm about to lay down. You ain't even got to tell me your whole life.
Hey, babe, these
I
next
hit you
couple
up.
days, these next 3 days is gonna be
That's
real,
all it
real busy
takes.
for me. I just want to let you know if I'm not in contact with you, I
This is fine.
apologize. I'll hit you when
Oh,
I am free. That's all it
yes,
takes.
that's it.
Yeah. Well,
And 9
And
times out of 10,
I'll
if
hit you
that
in the next
woman
couple
likes
days.
you, if she's feeling
That
you,
much.
she's gonna wait around. She's gonna
that's
be like,
true.
"Oh, he did something. He's gonna call me in a couple days. I know he's busy, whatever." She's gonna understand that. But for you just not to say anything at all and go cold turkey and then come
Yeah.
back around, oh yeah, so what's up? Excuse me. What do you mean? The sky. Goodbye. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Anybody that does that, I'm gonna automatically assume you're dating somebody else, or
Yes.
you're married,
For sure.
or you're
You're
in a committed
entertaining
relationship.
multiple people.
For
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
And that's perfectly fine when you're dating.
Yeah.
Date multiple people.
Yeah.
I get that. But let that be known from the beginning. Don't love bomb me and make me feel special like I'm the only person.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I haven't talked to anybody. And you lie right through your teeth. Like, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. Because if that's what you're starting with at the beginning of getting to know somebody, that's what you're going to continue with. And it's just going to be worse.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse. You're going to elevate every time. So, no, I'd rather cut
Getting
you
where it
off.
hurts.
Okay. They Venmo their coworker at midnight with a caption that says "thanks" and a wink emoji. Red flag or nah?
Red flag.
I got a couple questions. Who the fuck is this? And why the fuck are they DMing you with a wink emoji?
First of all, they're Venmoing them, so that means they're sending them money.
What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
You want the smoke. You really want the smoke because it's some questions that's going to be asked.
That's tough.
Not at midnight, because if you bought me lunch at work and I owed you money, I'm gonna wait. We can wait till the next day for me to give it to you. I don't need to Venmo you at no damn midnight.
Absolutely not. I think it's super tough when relationships are already on the rocks when it comes to things like that. So if you already have insecurities, you already looking over your shoulder and you just trying to see what the next move is to make. When something happens like that, it's all coming out. Oh, all that you getting it all. Everything that I've been thinking, everything that I've been feeling, you're gonna understand at that moment.
Yeah.
It's so disrespectful that a coworker would do that. What else can you say about that? It's nothing that you can really do to explain. Now, how big the amount is, I may reconsider. Because just like you said, if it's like you bought me lunch today and I'm like doing it, sending you about $25. Okay, I could see that. But the amount means a lot. Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
What we doing?
Like, did we sneak off at lunch to go to a hotel room or some shit?
Maybe.
Okay.
Were you really at work? There's a lot of questions that need to follow behind that. But red flag, absolutely hands down.
All right. They say I don't believe in titles. Let's just vibe. Fucking red flag. Fuck that. Red
I don't
flag.
believe
Why are
in
you even
titles.
dating?
Let's
Like,
just vibe.
let's just not do this at all.
What are we YNs and
Yes, really.
what are we
Clearly.
YNs now? Nah.
We're in our 20s. That's what we are.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
No,
Nah, bro.
we're not
Nah,
doing it. What's
bro. We just
vibing?
vibing.
What that mean? What does that mean?
Nah, bro. We vibing, bro. Nah, man, get out of here with that mess. Get out of here, yo.
Yeah. That's not even.
No. Oh, no. I'm not even gonna
That's
waste my
something with the
time.
kids.
Yeah.
That's something the kids do. You know,
I would
not
never
in this
waste my
age.
time.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Every disagreement turns into you just don't understand me.
Nah, red flag.
Narcissistic red fucking flags
Red flag.
flown
It's
over
Yes.
America.
Yes.
red flag. Red flag.
Over America is crazy.
Ain't no just understanding.
No.
Because no.
Red flag for sure.
Red
Red
flag.
flag.
All day.
Absolutely. All day.
All freaking day.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a little victim in that. Like
Yeah.
you definitely playing it. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, it's a little
come on.
kid victim. It's a little kid victim.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Very
what it is.
childish and disrespectful to my intelligence.
Yes.
Let's just start there.
Definitely. Let's go to unspoken truths.
Ooh.
You're not a good parent just because you bought shoes.
You're not a good parent. You're right. That is, you're not. Just because you buy shoes. What? Nah.
Me?
Is the act of actually parenting.
Yes.
Parenting, you are teaching, you are bonding. It's a lot of things that come with being a parent. You cannot call yourself that if you are just providing shoes. Kids want time.
Yes.
Kids want
Indeed.
attention.
Indeed.
They need for you to sit down and talk to them and have conversations. And the way the generation is now, with us having younger children, it's like they want to know and they'll ask you certain things. So building that bond with your child is way more important than buying shoes. Is it cool? Is it stylish? Okay, all right, yeah, it may be, but what's after that?
What does they say? What is the meat and potatoes? Where's the meat and potatoes? Where's the beef?
All the other shit in between.
All that other shit is just fluff.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
where are your teachings? Where's your leadership?
That's going back to
You know,
accountability.
where's your morals? You know,
Yep.
that all of that is a part of being a
It
parent.
plays a part. Absolutely.
It's a major part
Absolutely.
of being a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely a red flag.
Not everyone's a hater. Sometimes you're just wrong.
That is
Yo, so not everyone's a
Unspoken
hater.
truth.
Sometimes you're
It's
just
an
wrong.
unspoken truth.
yeah, that's it. That's it. It's an unspoken truth. Yeah,
Unspoken truth.
Wow.
absolutely.
When you're wrong, you're wrong.
Gosh, when you're wrong, but that
But
goes back to
sometimes
accountability.
accountability.
Like, not
People don't know how
everybody
to
can
self
say
accountable.
Yeah,
or
like-
admit, "Oh my God, I'm wrong. My bad."
Yeah.
For me, it's so easy for me to say that. If I'm wrong, I'll be like, "Oh shit, okay, you got it. My bad." Okay, my
Yes.
bad. But this is
Yeah.
how I feel about it. And I think some people mix facts with feelings.
Mm.
And it's just, okay, I feel this so strongly, you're gonna believe it. Even if the
Mhm.
fuck I'm wrong. So
Yeah.
again, that goes back to accountability.
Yeah. Just to piggyback off that, a lot of men, the accountability part, a lot of men and some women too don't hold themselves accountable when it comes to these things. If you're wrong,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and you got to be okay to admit that, man and woman.
Right.
Yeah, not yeah. A lot of times it be men. When you're
Not a
wrong,
lot.
you got
Most
to
of the time
admit
it's a man,
it's a lot of times. See,
especially when it comes to parenting and children, and it's men are most
see,
so wrong.
statistically, yeah, we aren't. If it's a leaderboard, yes, we're not winning in that battle right now. We're not winning in that battle. But yes, a lot of men, we all need to hold ourselves accountable and be okay with saying, "Hey, I apologize. I was wrong,"
Mhm.
and say what you're apologizing for. It's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you apologize. Hey,
Sometimes
I
that's
was
all it takes.
wrong. Listen, I was wrong for blah, 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 blah. I apologize. And be sincere with it.
That's
That's all
it.
it takes.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. 1 + 1 = 2.
Yep.
It's
So
just that
what do
quick.
you feel about men who can't apologize? It's just not in them to do.
They haven't they they have it in them. They just haven't exercised that muscle because no one has ever explained it to them and showed them how to do these things. It could be a lot of it could be just the trauma from their upbringing. It can be a lot of different things. It can be a lot of different things. But I say to men, try your best to be compassionate towards others, whether you're whoever you're dealing with, and be okay with saying, hey, my bad. You never know. You never know. That right there, that goes a long way with
Absolutely.
people, with society, with anything.
Yes.
So
Agreed.
doing that, I've learned that over the years, and I'm 40. So I've learned that over the years too. Apologizing and being sincere takes a long way. And showing gratitude, giving people grace. Not everybody's going to know your
Yes.
intellect. Not everybody's going to know how you feel. You may just, nobody knows that. Apologize, even if, because I've heard things about men just waking up and being annoyed. And yeah, it's like that. Life can beat you up like that. But sometimes you just got to be okay with saying, look, I'm having a bad morning or a bad day. Sorry. I apologize for being like that toward you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that wraps up our show for tonight. Anybody has any
Yeah.
announcement they want to make? Any shout outs they want to do? No?
I want to shout out to y'all.
Really?
To us?
Yeah,
Why us?
absolutely. What do you mean, why you?
Yeah, why us?
I love when I see Black couples actually making a way. Even though it gets tough, even though it gets hard, you are still able to come on here with a clear mind and just say what you feel and it not be any animosity. You're not yelling. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna go to sleep and be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
This I love to see. So shout out to the both of you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ty. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
And we actually had
Yeah.
a conversation about that.
Oh, yes, we did. Oh my God, that's
People
crazy
aren't going to
that you brought
believe that
that
we're
up.
actually together because of we just had that chemistry. Like we can just
Like
say how we
I
feel, and
Yeah.
it's not any hard feeling or harsh
Yeah,
feelings, or
yeah.
nobody takes anything
Mhm.
personal.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
because
It's
we
not like
knew.
a gag.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. And we have our conversations outside of here as well,
Right.
so we
Of
know how
course.
to communicate with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see it. And
Yeah.
people are gonna love it.
Yeah. And I just I'm just thank you for that. Thank you for that because
You're
like she
welcome.
said, I brought that up right, like maybe 2 hours ago before we even started this, or maybe it was more than that. But I was like, people are gonna take this podcast and watch, and then go to our pages, and they're gonna stumble upon, oh, y'all, oh, okay,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, and it's like
Yeah.
one of those type things where it's we can talk. It
Yeah.
happens.
Right.
Couples can talk things out, not just for glory, business. You can be friends.
Yes.
You can be business partners. You can be all the things that you want to be,
Mhm.
and be okay with saying what you have to say to each other and out in the open, and not being so malicious, making it sound like it's an attack on each other. No.
Or not
And
having a safe
so,
space to say how you feel.
yes, creating a safe space. So thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
love
Shout out to y'all.
that.
You know I love y'all.
Yeah.
Go hit her up, y'all.
Right. She is single. Get at her.
Get her,
Yes.
get at
On
her.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I have to pre-approve, just so you know. So, you know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
You can say what you want about us, but we said it out loud, so you didn't have to.
That's right.
Remember, follow us at Hot Mic Code T on YouTube and Hot Mic Code T at Instagram, and watch the full episodes on YouTube. Subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, because this is the tea that you did not know that you needed.
That's
All
right.
right?
And share, y'all.
Like and
See y'all
share.
next time.
Good night.
Peace.
Good night.